Comelec Director ng Bangsamoro Electoral Office. Sir, Attorney, again, good afternoon. Live kayo sa RMNDZ XL Manila.
Yeah, good afternoon po. Good afternoon sa ating mga tagapakinig dito sa
Attorney, ano ba yung pinakahuling update doon sa isang insidente na naman po ng ambush kanina?
Yes, it's very gruesome killing. Talagang grabe. We condemn that in its strictest sense. Kasi grabe ang ginawa nila eh. Mag-asawa pa sila and they were ambushed and on the spot namatay po yung lalaki, yung asawa, and yung ating election officer ay nadala sa hospital pero were declared dead on arrival. Talagang napakasakit po ang nangyayaring ito. And we condemn that. We condemn that.
Attorney, alam nyo, every election, bakit pinagbabalingan yung mga election officers? Wala ba kayong security, attorney? Yung mga kayo, yung mga kasamahan nyo? Kasi hindi ko alam bakit kayo ang pinagbabalingan kapag ganitong panahon.
It's because of those... I'm not concluding na it's politically motivated, pero dahil nga kasama doon sa trabaho natin na may rest, so we could always connect that kasi election officer yung biktima. And it's maybe because dahil bawat isa may gusto at hindi mo mapagbigyan, and you'll be charged to be inclined to some other party. But meron naman mga security, but with those requirements that we have to comply, na nakaayon naman sa batas, kaya itong biktima natin ay walang security nung nangyari yun. But apat sila nakasakay doon, yung sa harap lang ang tinamaan at pinatamaan siguro. Kaya tinamaan yung dalawa sa likod, wala namang tama. So, as of now, immediately ang ating regional director sa Philippine National Police issued a directive to all stations, to all provincial directors na magbigay ng security sa lahat ng election officer immediately while pending pa yung mga application. But you have to resort to that.
Kayo ho ba naniniwala na ang target talaga yung election officer?
As I've said, sa ngayon, wala pa namang confirmation kung it is politically motivated, but dahil nga nasa front line sa politika yung ating election officer sa gitna, so magkaganon pa man, siya ang biktima, so our presumption is talagang may connection doon sa politika. And makita din naman natin na siya ang biktima talaga dahil sa harap nga lang ang tinamaan at sa likod wala, so it would necessarily follow na ang target talaga yung ating election officer.
Attorney, may mga napaabot na ho ba siya before na may mga threat siya through you? May mga sumisingit-singit sa kanya sa sasakyan or pagpa-uwi siya may mga umaali-aligid sa bahay?
Wala naman siyang na-report na gano'n, wala siyang nasabi, walang na-text, walang na-PM sa akin. Somehow may request talaga siya for security. And that fact alone would show may threat talaga, and she felt that because she was constrained to have security, to apply for a security kasi never man siya nag-apply yung ating biktima before, no? Wala siyang security maliban doon sa mga security civilians niya na kasama na hindi naman armado. So, sa ngayon, nag-request siya. The request was made this March, middle of March, kaya with all those requirements din naman na they have to comply, hindi pa lumalabas yung security niya.
Ay, ano ba yan? May request na siya. Sobra dahil sa dami ng proseso, hindi pa na-aproban pero wala pa nga lumalabas. Mukhang nahuli na, attorney, ano?
Tama po kayo. But kailangan din naman sundin ng batas, no? Yun nga ang nakakasama ng feelings ay yung nag-request nga pero wala pa siyang nakuha and parang naging biktima siya tuloy.
Oo nga. Yung kanyang request dahil po may threat siya?
That's a presumption. In fact, I was not able to see the request. Kasi ginagawa yun sa Maynila, no? Pinapadala sa Maynila, and imagine it has to take time dahil nga malayo. So, but I presume you ask for a security, then it's really a rest in your security for that
Kumusta
matter.
po yung ibang mga tauhan or kasama nyo, attorney, as of this moment? Kapag pinag-uusapan yung kumusta sila emotionally, then yung kanila pong security?
Yeah, meron din namang may mga security na. The earlier asked for that. No, in fact, itong mga previously na nangyaya yung last year, they were already provided with security. But with the lapse of time, siyempre naman, they have to spend for your security naman. It's not an obligation, pero a sort of a moral one. Dahil nga, siyempre, gagastusan mo yan.
Papakainin mo yan.
Oo, kasi kung kakain ka, pinapakain mo rin.
Opo.
Siyempre. So, may mga security. So, as of now, talagang puot at panlumo ang feelings nila dahil nga mahal nila yung kasamahan nila, mahal namin yung kasamahan namin. And of course, they were warned na talagang they should be secured enough at all times kung saan man sila pupunta with such securities. Anyway, ready naman ang ating PNP. In fact, a directive was already issued na bigyan ng lahat ng security.
Oo. Nirecommend na po ni chairman po ng COMELEC, Garcia, na isailalim ang Datu Udin Sinsuat sa Maguindanao del Norte under COMELEC control.
In fact, acting on that also, we would like to support that. I have a meeting with the RJCC on yung Regional Joint Security Control Center. We had that meeting at 3 o'clock at natapos lang a while ago. And the AFP, the PNP and me in the committee recommends for the declaration of putting the Tulin Sinsuat under COMELEC control. Yung armed forces ang hinihintay natin or meron silang stand na hindi naman kailangan as of now. But of course, napangapat yung membro, yung Philippine Coast Guard, at we are waiting for the recommendation. So kung maging majority kami, we'll recommend also in support of the stand of the chairman of the COMELEC.
Attorney, kami po'y nakikiramay at nalulungkot po sa pangyayaring ito. Kami po'y saludo at kayo po'y patuloy na naglilingkod sa amin. Thank you, attorney. Ingat po kayo. Magandang hapon po.
Magandang hapon at maraming salamat.